I'm Bill.
And I'm Bagna.
And we're with Cali Moto TV. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back finally to Thunderhill Raceway East. That's right, this is my personal favorite track. It's the track I know best out of all of the tracks. And today we have some high-speed riding for you guys here on 4 of the bikes in the collection, 2 of which have had some pretty huge modifications. One has a brand new paint job, and one, I don't really care about the R3 that much.
Why you gotta hate on the R3?
Can you guys give the R3 a little bit love? I'll probably have it out for one session today. Try to give it some love. But today we introduce the all new, fully exhausted BMW S1000 single R. This will be our first time riding on track with a full tune. This thing should be a screamer. We are going to have a full discussion today about the fully installed SC Project exhaust, and I will tell you it is quite disappointing, but we'll get to that later. And then
Last but not least, the all-new 2021 Ducati Panigale V2.0, the evil twin. We just picked it up from Eddie yesterday. Literally yesterday we picked this thing up, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. So let's keep our fingers crossed that Bagna's worn out by the last session and I can get out on one session on this thing, but it looks absolutely gorgeous. If you guys haven't seen the release video, that's already come out. We'll tag that up above. But all right, so this week we've got a lot of track content. We are leaving Thunderhill tonight, or at least I am. Bagna's going home for the week to work. I'm heading up to Washington. She's meeting up next weekend, actually Monday, my birthday. We will be up at the Ridge for another track day. My second time on the track, her first time on the track, and we're gonna have the whole collection. I'm actually trailing these up with me today. So a lot of cool track content, so stick around, do the normal. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Give us some likes. We really could use some likes on our videos, so hit it. And then the bell notification is going to give you future notification of all the stuff. We've got stuff still going on with the V2. We've got some stuff going on with the S1000R, so stay tuned. But let's get out for our very first session. Bagna will be on the V2, and I'll be out on the first ride on the S1000 single R. Really?
All right, guys, well, we are all warmed up, heading out on our very first session of the day. And today we start with the BMW S1000 single R, and we're going to be riding it for the very first time on track. Now, I've only had one quick little ride. The first ride you guys probably already saw. And so today we're going to get our first track ride. All right, trying to give traffic a little bit. And we're gonna get some heat in the tires. So our very first lap, we're gonna go ahead and just kind of get this thing warmed up a little bit. Now, I'm very familiar with Thunderhill East, so the riding we should be able to pick up the pace fairly quickly. Obviously, there's some turns like this turn. We want to take it a little bit easier on colder tires. A lot of people come out here and this off camber, they low side, and then up over 5. Getting cold tires and they slide off there. So we're gonna get one nice warm-up lap. So real quick, I got to get over to day finally, and we do have some preload adjustment on this bike. Preload only. The bike does the compression and rebound digitally. So we do have a little bit of adjustment going on, which is good. So we're going to kind of get a feel for the suspension and a feel for how this thing does out here, suspension wise. So we'll get up to this pack and hopefully get past some of this traffic. There. So we'll weed through this pack. I'll concentrate through here, just kind of give them a little bit of room. Some of you guys might want to wonder why I short shifted in 7. So that's a real high speed, low turn. So we want to short shift just to be able to get that nice acceleration out without having an issue with traction. Feeling the brakes out there on that straight. Probably come a little bit later on the brakes. This thing is just an absolute wheelie monster. But what's nice about this thing compared to the Street Fighter wheelie is this is so much smoother on the wheelies. So it kind of comes up and comes back down. The Street Fighter's really angry. Probably third through all of that on this bike. Back down to second. Third. Again, want to be able to use that acceleration. And then you'll notice that I'm going to accelerate out here, and I'm going to go straight into 5th. Then down into 4th. A little wide. Man, this thing really turns good. This thing really is handling really well.
a little bit of room, get them down the straight. Definitely can get into fifth and then brake later there. We'll definitely be through third, through 2, 3, 4, second to fifth, then right back down into third. Good. See a little squiggle there. See, if I would have gone back down and forth, I would have had a little better drive up here. Not a crash, but an off here some years ago, and it just always has been a bug. I always overbrake for 10 there. Someone lost a muffler. All right, so braking a little bit earlier on that one. Stay in third. No need to get into second. So I can get into one a little bit hotter. A lot of people go to the left. I like to stay on the inside of this one. They go to the left and then stay in. Let's feel this in third so I don't have to short shift. Man, I like that second. I like the second and third. Just kind of gives me a better drive out of it. I think they refixed 8. Caution yellow. So we got a waving yellow in 11.
We'll slowly bring turn 1 speed up when I kind of get comfortable on that braking down that straight. Ooh, the bike sounds really good. Supposed to fix it. I'm fussing with it a little bit. It's not wanting to go down as smooth as I'd like it. And of course now it is. Me, so I want to give him a friendly hello. So our checker's out. The truck and have him take a look at the tires. And just see what he thinks about the suspension. So Dave can read tires really, really well and knows what a tire is supposed to be doing based on your suspension setup. So we should be able to get some input, checking tire pressures, making sure that we're good on tire pressures. That was a pretty good run. I could probably kick it up another small notch from that one. But yeah, that was a pretty good little warm-up. Again, you know, this track I know, so when we get to the ridge, hang tight on my warm-up lap because I got to relearn that thing. I mentally know what's going on, but whew. There we go. I'm going to run through the pit and just tell Bogdan I'm going to head over to Dave Moss real quick and have him look at this. So out of like 7, 8, I was getting a little bit of this, nothing major, but just a little bit of this.
All right.
We started 30 cold and 20 cold. So you can see we're looking at the tire wear. So we're mainly on the left side. So this is a dampening, right? Preload bolt. So we're able to do the preload here, and then there's a preload bolt back here. And he got a pretty good amount of preload. Now he said that the XR,
they don't have preloads. So that's what I was afraid of, is that we have just the XR, but we have preload at least in the one leg and then the rear shock. So with the dynamic suspension, it's actually not too bad. Not too bad at all.
Already.
Yeah?
So much better. Okay.
All right, cool.
See you on the next one.
Thank you. We increased it more, little bit.
Plus 4 turns of preload, plus 2 1/4 turns of preload on the shock.
This time around.
Yes.
And then last time we did
3 turns and 7 turns.
3 and 7, so total 7 and
10 and a half.
10 and a half. So not too bad, not too bad. So that's definitely gonna help a lot, especially with my size. Yeah, God, I wish that BMW would have figured this thing out. Like, I wish that there was like maybe like a resistor plug that they sell that says, hey, we're going to the racetrack. But thank you guys for our very first session here at Thunderhill Raceway on the S1000 single R, fully tuned, fully deleted, and now suspension's tuned. So this trip has it's just feeling great. It's feeling great. So let's get a check with Bogna and see how. Now she just had her suspension retuned by Dave for this last session. So how was that, love?
It got extra 10 horsepower with the one paint.
10 horsepower with the custom paint job by Eddie. Very nice, you guys. Well, thank you guys for sticking around. A little bit long, but we appreciate the views and you guys sticking around to the end. Do the normal. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, and ring the bell notification. I'll be out another session, maybe 2 on that. Maybe grab 2 sessions on this. Maybe get a session on each of these. So I'm going to be riding all day today. But thank you guys for sticking around, and we'll see you guys next video. Bye, guys.